Hello, I'm going to do a few videos about getting limits of functions that involve absolute values. So to do that, we first have to review what's absolute value. So the formal definition of absolute value is that the absolute value of a number, x, is equal to x if x is greater than or equal to 0. It's negative x if x is less than 0. To make sense of this, notice that if I put in a number here like the absolute value of 2, well, that's just going to be 2. But if I have the absolute value of negative 2, that's not going to be negative 2. It's going to be the negative of negative 2, which is a positive 2. So this negative here reverses the negative that's inside here if that number is less than 0. Notice this makes sense because we're saying if you look at the function, the absolute value function, it would look like this. So on this side, our slope is -1. On this side, our slope is +1. Okay, so what are we going to do if we have a limit like this? This is problem number 42 from section 1.6. So we have 2x plus 12 over the absolute value of x plus 6. First note, 2x plus 12 is the same as 2 times x plus 6. Okay. So it looks like we have a potential for canceling this x plus 6 with this x plus 6. But we can't just go ahead and do it because we have the absolute value of x plus 6. So if x plus 6 is itself positive, then the absolute value of x plus 6 is just x plus 6. Then we can cancel and we get 2. If x plus 6 is actually itself negative, then we've got it. Then the way to drop the absolute value signs, the absolute value of x plus 6 would be the negative of x plus 6. Then when we cancel, we get -2. So we've got two different things. Notice if x plus 6 is greater than 0, that means x is greater than -6. So here we're approaching values bigger, we're approaching -6 through values bigger than -6, which would be here, right? From values bigger than -6. That would mean that our function is approaching 2. If x plus 6 is less than 0, then x is less than -6. So we're approaching -6 from values less than -6. Then we get this form, which would give us -2. So the right and left hand limits do not agree, so the limit does not exist. So this is section 1.6, number 42. I'll post another one shortly.